Hello, film fans. Man, sorry, I tried to make this so it wasn't so like me so short, but whatever. Um, we are here to talk about how to train your dragon. I'm gonna be completely honest. It is Monday morning, so I'm gonna post this today. But I saw it last Tuesday, and I've been thinking about it for a week now. Um, I am assuming if you are watching this, you either want to take your children to it, or you watch the animated version growing up. I will say it is 90% a shot for shot remake. There are a couple scenes that move places in the movie, which I don't know why they move places, but it makes sense where they are, so it's okay. Um, they did expand a few shots, and they expanded a few characters' roles, like the other kids in the village. They got a little more attention. Um, the they added a character. One of the kids' parents is in there, and that was fine. Like, it didn't enhance the story, but it didn't detract from the story, so that was fine. And the like village elder lady, they expanded her role a slight bit. Um, they did also add a scene because this takes place in like Viking time, and primarily in Viking time, they would all be of a certain race. Um, the Vikings are all, and of course, that's not really something you can do in today's age. Um, they had a whole scene explaining how other people from other cultures have gotten there, um, which I think kind of one explains the different ethnicities, but it also kind of explains, in my opinion, when they go out and meet other people, like if they were to do the sequels. Um, it was a good movie. Again, it was 90% shot for shot. So if you want to take your kids, do not, and your kids have like a short attention span, don't take them immediately after watching the animated, or or like I took Ethan with me and I had him watch the animated one the day before, and he had a hard time sitting through the theater. Um, but a big reason why I go to the theater is it's easier to feel like you're in the movie and part of the movie. Because in the theater, it kind of takes on all your senses, especially feel with the music. Um, like you can feel the music in the seats, and I love that. That's like one of my favorite things about going to a movie, or like when you're watching a dinosaur movie to hear and feel the roar. This one, the music did not crescendo enough for me. Like it's the same amount of music. I just wish they crescendoed a little more in certain scenes so that I can feel it in the seats. But that's okay. That's more of a personal preference, not really a thing on the movie. The real like I walked away and I liked it. I really did. Um, I would not pay to see it again in theaters, but I am glad that I went and I saw it in theaters. I will say that there is what I found particularly strange is, is they kind of changed, like obviously dragons had to be CGI. That's how it is. And we saw how they were animated, and they kind of got, they didn't have any words, but they got to express themselves by how they looked with their animated. But they went and they, when they CGI'd it, they made them like realistic so that it looked like they were with real dragons and stuff for all of them, which means that they kind of lost some of that way to express themselves. But also, they did it to all of them except Toothless. Like, Toothless still looked very animated to me. And, like, he's kind of iconic, so you can't really change him that much. But to have him still look that way and the others look like a hyper realistic, it was kind of a bummer. There is a 2 second after credit scene. Personally, I don't think it was worth staying for that. They could have just put that somewhere else. Um, I have no idea if they're going to do the sequels. I don't think they need to. I think the box office did well enough that they could, but I don't know. Um, I do love that the guy who plays Hiccup looks a lot like Hiccup. I He delivers his lines in a different way. Like when Hiccup in the animated talks about his like you want to do all of this, deny all of this, manly Viking. Like to me, it came off kind of sarcastic. So like Hiccup knew who he was, and was very aware, and thought it was kind of funny. Where this time he gets more angry when he says it. So it's like he doesn't know that he doesn't fit in, which is kind of like I don't know. I just didn't like the way he delivered the lines. But I love that Gerard Butler came back to reprise his role. He was like, "The village chief is me. I am him. It is me." Like he doesn't look like Gerard Butler at all, except the eyes. He always looks like him in the eyes. But like he's like, "This is my role, and I'm not letting anyone do it." And I love that. That was fantastic. Um, most of the other characters did look a lot like their role, except the twins. I don't know why they did that with the twins. I'm pretty sure they could have found twins. Um, and I love that they still made the nerdy kid nerdy. He was always one of my favorites because I love nerdy. Um, I love it when people geek out over things. And he's still geeked out, and I'm really glad because he is the biggest kid in the group, and they always make them like the comic relief. And I guess they kind of did in this way, but they didn't do it in he's fat and that's funny. They did it very much in the he's a nerd and that's hysterical. Um, so I really like that. A lot of the other characters' personalities were a lot of the same. Like I said, it's a 90% shot for shot remake. Um, I did appreciate at the final scene when there is that bigger battle. Um, it didn't get too dark because we know there's a lot of smoke in that scene, and it's very there's a chance that you can't see what's going on, but they had it dark enough that you knew it was supposed to be dark, but light enough that you can still see what's happening on the screen, which was good. I appreciated that. Um, I overall I enjoyed it. It was good. Um, I'm happy they didn't change the main storyline, and there are scenes that are very beautiful. Like a lot of the flying scenes, they took chances to do shots of like the area that they found. The beautiful area. Oh my gosh, the forest is beautiful. Like sunsets, coves, gorgeous scenery. Um, I really appreciated that. That was really good. And honestly, that's all I can think of. I do think that I am going to start taking like a notepad with me so I can jot down notes. Um, kind of step up my game a little bit. But no, it was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, honestly, if you enjoyed the animated, go see this one in theaters. If you did not enjoy the animated, you're like, it's a good story, I don't care. Don't pay to go see it in theaters. But if you truly enjoyed it and you think your kids would truly enjoy it, the animated version, then I think it is worth going to see in theaters. All right, thank you. Bye. Have enjoyed the film.